So welcome to Module 7, Maximizing Me, the Power of Networking. And we're looking at connecting on social media. How do we do that? So we all know, we are familiar with our various social media platforms. You have LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, which other one again? There are some other ones that are not very popular. LinkedIn, there are some other ones that are not popular in Nigeria. How do we connect on LinkedIn? Well, basically the same guidelines of networking apply. Seek to make quality relationships first. So you can, especially on platforms like LinkedIn. So you're on LinkedIn, you send a connection request, person receives the request, and then the first thing you do is flood the person's inbox with your pitch. Honestly, it is upsetting because once I just see long, I don't even bother myself to read it. Just flood with your pitch. I don't even want to know what you're. If I want to know what you do, I will go to your profile and read about you. Now, but if you engage with me, so if you engage with me, how do you engage with somebody on a platform like LinkedIn? So when I put a post, make a comment on my post and make a relevant comment on my post. Don't just say, nice one, fantastic, one-word comments. No, write something relevant and tangible on the comment section because I will read it. And if I read it and I think, oh, I'm always seeing this particular person's comments and his comments make a lot of sense, his comments are rich. What happens is that when you post, I'm likely to see your posts as well, and I'm likely to comment back on your posts. And over time, I'll begin to understand the kind of person you are. And over time, I'm going to be interested in you. So I'll actually go to your profile and look and see what exactly does this person do. Oh, this person is a digital marketer. Can he help me with my problem? I've seen the kind of wonderful comments that he puts on his wall. And he seems like someone that is, he knows his onions, and he seems like someone that's reasonable. And then we can start talking about business. That is how networking works. And that is exactly what happened. You can see these two pictures now. LinkedIn Local Lagos, I think that was 2017 or 2018. I connected with these young gentlemen, that's Joe Perey and Coyote Abbas. I connected with them on LinkedIn. I had never met them before in my life, but we did a whole lot of interacting on LinkedIn. And when they decided to do this LinkedIn Local, they invited me as one of their panelists. And there I am, having a nice time. On the right to Mrs. Toyin Soni, also a very fantastic person, very senior person, accomplished investor, banker. We met on LinkedIn, and she was also invited to this particular event, and that's where I met her physically. And after that, we've done quite a number of things together. In fact, she was recently the speaker at my alumni business school meeting a few days ago. So that just goes to show how people that I met online have taken that connection from the online space and we've made it physical, and we're doing quite a number of things for each other, which is how it's supposed to be. So for social media, remember the name of the game is engage, engage, engage. Always engage. Engage with the younger people, engage with the older people, engage, engage, engage. Don't just take selfies. Yeah, selfies are nice, they are good. But what are you doing on with your social media? Don't just take selfies and put pictures of, funny pictures. Yes, it's good to do that. We need to let our hair down, but we can do so much more on social media. So engage, 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 and put quality content out. Another thing I want us to also be careful of is the kind of things we say on social media. Number one, don't put too much of your personal information on social media. So you see people, their entire life is on social media. When they are going out, they post it there. When they are traveling, they post it. Where they went to, and then they will now tag the location. We've heard of cases where people have been robbed and been attacked because the robbers know where you are. They know what you're doing. They know you just came from London. You must have pounds. Let us, come and steal your pounds and things like that. So be careful. Don't put all your whole life on social media. Be smart about it. And also don't put too much information about personal things like your children as well. Pictures of your children, you need to be careful. You can't put them, but know who you're sharing that information with. Are they your direct friends? All the various platforms have privacy settings. So you might want to go back to your privacy settings and review that. Who can see what? Is everything public? Are some things, I can share some things only with your family members, not with everybody. So be careful on what you do on social media. And finally, very importantly, especially for those of us that are in business and who are professionals, be careful about what you say, especially that Twitter. Oh my goodness, I see all sorts of comments on Twitter. The other day, recently, somebody was threatening to rape somebody's mother, something funny. I didn't really understand the whole gist around that. Why would you post something like that on Twitter? And then a very prominent person came on to try to ask this person to take what he said down and, cautioned him. The next thing, people were also insulting the woman. And I'm like, for heaven's sake. Now, some of these things you post, even though you take them down, some people are smart. They have already taken the screenshot. So in this particular case, this gentleman had said something very nasty about, attacking someone's mother, something like that. I don't know. And he eventually took it down. But before he took it down, other people have already taken the screenshots of his page where he said it. And they have put the timestamp and all sorts of funny. So and some people will keep that. They will keep those shots. They will keep them. They won't. 5 years from now, when the man is trying to contest for governor or something like that, they will bring these things out and they will say, is it the person that wanted to rape someone's mother that you want to make as governor or something like, So why should you allow such things to your past to destroy your future? So be very careful about the things you say on Twitter. Don't just run your mouth like a tap, like my mom would say. Be careful about what you post, because those things, once they are out there, you have created what you call your digital path. And it is there, somewhere, hanging. Even if you delete it on your page, it might still be in somebody else's phone. The snapshot might be there. So be very careful about what you say on all these platforms. So that's just it for the social media. I'm not going to go into detail because that's another course entirely. So we've finished with that, and we'll be going into the last part of this course, which is after the meeting. What's next?